In the endless expanse of a world frozen in time, vast landscapes are blanketed in snow, and jagged mountains pierce the cold, gray sky. Silence reigns, broken only by the howling wind and the crunch of ice underfoot. But here, etched into the formidable rock face, are the dark, gaping mouths of colossal caves. They are portals to another world, a realm of shadow and echo. Within these immense caverns, a story of survival is about to unfold. Water drips from ancient stalactites, its rhythmic patter echoing through the darkness. The flickering light of a distant torch casts long, dancing shadows on the stone walls, the silhouettes of our earliest ancestors, pioneers in a harsh and unforgiving world. This is not just a cave. It is a canvas upon which the future of humanity will be painted. How did these early humans, with nothing but their ingenuity and the raw materials around them, transform these cold, dark voids into the first homes? With tentative steps, a small clan enters the abyss, their flickering torches pushing back the oppressive darkness. The light dances across immense, textured walls, revealing a geological tapestry millions of years in the making. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and ancient stone. As they venture deeper, the main chamber gives way to a network of narrow tunnels, twisting and turning into the unknown. The torch smoke curls and drifts towards the ceiling, where a colony of bats, disturbed by the intrusion, takes flight in a flurry of leathery wings. Every sound is magnified, every footstep a drumbeat in the profound silence. They are explorers in a subterranean world, their simple flames a beacon of courage against the overwhelming unknown. Their journey into the Earth's heart is not just a search for shelter, but a quest for a sanctuary, a place to weather the storms of the Ice Age. Before they can settle, they must choose their ground wisely. Survival depends on it. An elder, his face weathered by countless seasons, holds a torch aloft, watching the smoke's path. He's testing the airflow, ensuring the space is ventilated enough for a fire, but not so drafty that it will steal their warmth. Others scan the ground, their eyes sharp for any sign of recent activity. They are not the only creatures who seek refuge here. Close-ups reveal the tracks of a cave bear, long gone, but a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk. Old, gnawed bones and deep scratches on the walls tell stories of past struggles and territorial disputes. The clan communicates with simple hand gestures and guttural sounds, a silent, efficient language of survival. A nod of approval, a motion to proceed. They have found a defensible alcove, deep enough for safety, yet with a clear view of the entrance. This small pocket of the cave will become their world. The foundational work begins. The strongest members of the clan venture back towards the cave mouth, gathering materials for their first line of defense. Their muscles strain as they heave heavy, fallen rocks into place, one by one. The stones clatter and scrape, the sound of construction echoing through the cavern. They are building more than a wall. They are building a boundary between the wild and their nascent home. Long, sturdy tree branches, dragged from the frozen forest outside, are interwoven between the rocks, creating a formidable barricade. They leave only a small, defensible opening, just large enough for a person to squeeze through. This entrance is a strategic choke point, designed to block the biting wind and deter any unwelcome visitors, four-legged or two. It's a simple design, born of necessity, but it is the first architectural statement of humankind, a declaration that here, they will make their stand. Now, for the heart of the home, fire. In the center of their new enclosure, a man kneels, his focus absolute. He strikes two pieces of flint together with practiced precision. Sparks fly, fleeting stars in the darkness. He directs them onto a small pile of tinder dry moss and fibrous bark. For a moment, nothing happens. He blows gently, coaxing the embers. A thin wisp of smoke rises, and then, a tiny flame flickers to life. It's a moment of pure alchemy. The flame grows, fed with small twigs and then larger pieces of wood. Its light pushes back the shadows, bathing the scene in a warm, amber glow. The fire's reflection dances on the stone walls and in the wide, watchful eyes of the clan. They gather rocks, placing them in a circle around the fire pit. This stone ring will contain the flames and, more importantly, absorb and radiate heat long after the fire has dwindled to embers, providing precious warmth through the brutal, frozen night. With warmth secured, they turn to comfort. The cold, hard stone floor must be transformed into a place of rest. They lay down a thick carpet of dried grass and leaves, a natural insulation against the earth's chill. Over this, they spread the thick, heavy pelts of animals hunted on the plains: bearskin, bison hides, and the coats of woolly rhinos. These skins are more than just blankets. They are trophies of their success, symbols of their ability to thrive. Near the back of the enclosure, they fashion simple frames from wood and bone, creating slightly raised platforms to keep them off the damp ground. An elder, weary from the day's labor, lowers himself onto a soft hide, his relief palpable. Children huddle close to their mothers, who adjust the skins, tucking them in to create cozy nests, shielding the next generation from the cold air that still seeps through the cracks in their rudimentary walls. A home is not just for sleeping, it is for sustaining life. To survive the long, lean periods of winter, they need to store their provisions. Using sharpened stones and durable bone tools, the cavemen begin to carve shallow pits into the softer sections of the cave floor. These small earthen cellars will keep roots and tubers cool and fresh. Along one wall, they painstakingly stack flat stones, creating the world's first shelves. Here, they will store tools, dried herbs for medicine, and other precious items. From wooden beams wedged into cracks in the ceiling, they hang strips of meat to be smoked by the fire, preserving it for the months ahead. They use hollowed-out bones and even skulls as containers for rendered fat and collected berries. Every resource is maximized, nothing is wasted. This intricate system of storage is a testament to their foresight, a clear plan for the future in a world where each day is uncertain. Finally, they must ensure their sanctuary is impregnable. Security is paramount. Near the narrow entrance, they construct a simple but deadly trap. A large, heavy rock is balanced precariously on a ledge, held in place by a single, taut vine. A slight disturbance to a tripwire below will send it crashing down on any intruder. A few steps further in, they set a snare, a loop of strong sinew cleverly hidden and attached to a bent sapling, ready to spring shut on an unsuspecting leg. As a last line of defense, they sharpen long, sturdy wooden stakes, hardening their tips in the fire, and embed them in the ground at sharp angles around the entrance. A hunter carefully tests the rock drop mechanism with a long stick, watching it fall with a deafening crash. He resets it with care. They are not just defending a space. They are defending their family, their food, and their future. As the day's light fades from the world outside, the clan gathers around the crackling fire. The cave, once a dark and menacing void, is now alive. It is a home. The flickering light illuminates faces painted with a mixture of exhaustion and contentment. A woman tends to a simmering stew in a hide pouch filled with hot stones. Children play quietly in the firelight, their laughter soft in the vast cavern. An elder carves a piece of bone, his hands moving with the wisdom of generations. The air is filled with the smell of wood smoke and roasting meat. They are safe, warm, and together. Outside, the blizzard rages, and the night is filled with the sounds of predators. But in this pocket of warmth and light carved out of the ancient stone, humanity has found its foothold. This is more than a shelter. It is the dawn of community, the birth of home. This cycle of life, of building and surviving, would repeat for millennia. These cave walls became the first history books, decorated with paintings of the great hunts and the spirits that guided them. The skills honed in these dark recesses, tool-making, fire control, communal living, were the very foundations upon which all future civilizations would be built. From these humble, torch-lit beginnings, humanity would eventually step out of the cave and into the sun, carrying the lessons of the dark with them. The echoes of their struggles and triumphs still linger in these ancient stones, a timeless reminder of our incredible capacity to adapt, to innovate, and to turn the darkest of places into a beacon of hope. Thanks for watching. If you were fascinated by this journey into the past, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from our ancient world.